Hi, hello. I'm here with a new article about the iPSC on perspective on schizophrenia, and this is a very this is highly cited journal, I guess. I don't know, but if I see trends in something journal, then I assume that they're quite popular journals. I don't know, and I'm not sure what is this neuronal models mentioned here, and I want to read the highlights of it. But it seems that the title of study is not really explaining what is inside. And let's read the highlight section to understand what it is. And over a decade of schizophrenia research using human that neural models has enhanced our understanding of the neurobiological characteristic of the disorder. But what we still don't know what does it mean though. Studies using these models of schizophrenia have identified alterations in neural progenitor cell proliferation, imbalanced differentiation of excitatory and inhibitory cortical neurons, and failure to establish projection neuron subpopulations. Many of these impairments have been associated with altered uh, this signaling during neurogenesis. Studies in neurons derived from patients with schizophrenia have identified alterations in both excitatory and inhibitory neurotransmission, as well as disrupted synaptic maturation. These based models have shed light on the contribution of genetic risk factors and prenatal environmental insults to the development of schizophrenia and other psychiatric disorders. So then we finally can know what does pluripotent stem cell neural models means. Oh, I actually have heard of it. Over a decade of schizophrenia research using human-induced pluripotent stem cell-derived neural models has provided substantial data describing neurobiological characteristics of the disorder in vitro, so that they create that environment in vitro to work on how the neural models work. Simultaneously, translation of the results into general mechanistic concepts underlying schizophrenia pathophysiology has been trailing behind. Given that modeling brain function using cell cultures is challenging, yeah, I think it must be expensive as well. The gap between the in vitro models and the schizophrenia as a clinical disorder has remained wide. So that's why in this review we highlight reproducible findings and emerging trends in recent schizophrenia-related studies using this pluripotent stem cell. We illuminate the relevance of the results in the context of human development with a focus on processes coinciding with critical developmental periods for schizophrenia. So this is interesting. They So I'm curious how lengthy is the study. So this figure looks very cool, and they must spend like a lot of time. I don't know. Um, so they schizophrenia risk gene expression change. It says, and but the interesting thing is like they didn't write schizophrenia. They use shortening it, but in the text we didn't see this. Like in the text it was shortened too. Abbreviated to. So the timeline presents critical development periods for schizophrenia and related developmental processes in vivo, and so this you can see with time. So this is in vitro, and this is in vivo, and they compare this, and there are time uh, periods, and so that also looks cool. How they find? So, can we just use other studies' figures? I don't know. They cite it. I didn't know we can use it in our figures. So it teach me something. So we can just refer their studies and then we can use the figures for comparison. So it says decreased size and increased number of ventricular structures. So healthy control schizophrenia. Interesting. Very interesting. And this figure looked cool though. Uh, and the interesting thing is I don't know how they also standardize all the figures from those studies, I guess. So they added like black background and then the colors also similar and suitable. And two studies cite this interesting article. Mm, yes, a quite lengthy article with how many references? So many references. I think 155 is a lot of references, like maybe 6 pages, but it is good for review, I guess. And the reviewers must feel so exhausted of checking this article. And I think it's a great article, and um, the authors are from Finland, and I bet they're working on this. They're trying to create such studies before they're making literature review, and then they want to publish it. And then thank you. Anyway, that's all I want to say. If you're interested in this interesting study, you can check it. And thanks for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.